Welcome horseboarding fans to the fabulous Roxley Abbey Park here in the heart of Shakespeare country. We're in Warwickshire, 300 acres of premium outdoor event space.
That's right, Ken. The best teams in Europe are descending on Warwickshire right now, as are tens of thousands of spectators to watch round 4 of the Living Heritage National Horseboarding Championships.
Thanks very much, Dan. It's great to be here, and what a fabulous venue we've got here in Warwickshire, Shakespeare country. This is where we are, 300 acres of event space, and we are here for the Horseboarding UK Championships round 4.
Yeah, waxing and lyrical is the place to do it. So the team going out is blues and twos. In front now in the blue, it's in the pink and grey. It is Just Wing It. In the red, Send It Siblings. In the burgundy, Coming But Not Forgotten. In the blue, it is Pull a Fast One. Then in the multicolour universe, it is of course All the Gear No Idea, followed by Just Drag and Happy Little Accident. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a long noisy show ahead of you. So we're going to start as we meet go on with a big round of applause for all the team of Horseboarding UK. Okay, so pick your favourite colour, pick your favourite horse. As we said, it's three attempts at the course. It's 1 second to bring up the ball from the final pole. It's 4 seconds if they miss a gate. And it's 3 attempts, so interesting to see. It is Send Siblings will be making their way to the start line first. Now, there's some, because of the landscaping feature, which is the top end of the arena, I think a lot of the teams opt to hook up in the arena, which is not normal protocol, but it's also perfectly acceptable. And this is brother and sister team.
What's your name and your team name?
So I'm Fenella, I am the horse rider for Send It Siblings.
And I'm Joshua, I'm the board rider for Send It Siblings.
And energized. Are you excited about the racing today?
Yeah, just a bit sleepy. With the first interview, it's very early, I'm very tired.
It's tough at the top, man, it's rock and roll.
Walker Harris and Johnson Walker Harris currently leading the Advanced Championship. As the leaders, they do go first. This is it means that they get, if the drive is good, they get the best of the ground, but it also means all the teams get to see the time that they put down.
How rough the ground is, Fennell, will you be taking any different approach to it?
Well, going steadier, seeing what he's like on the back, and then see if we can pick up the pace depending on him. But Twiggy's fitter, I've got her fitter throughout since Burnley, so
yeah.
I think she'll be fine, just need to make a jump.
Already looking at that board, it's starting to bobble around, and I think this team's going to have to have a little think about how they're going to take on this course.
They picked up 44 points in round 3, man, and they seem to be really growing in that advanced category. We talked on the podcast this morning, the interview was about stepping up to elite level, and I think it's a fall off the speed for next season.
Yeah, absolutely. This team is already there, really, and certainly challenging the back end of the elite table. But I think, the thing is, with now being under 18 and literally such a disadvantage to go into the team themselves, the team manager, have asked not to go split time, doing 7 seconds on the split. These guys are doing a shorter track than the elite, so no weaving. So they're going straight for the finish line, 17 miles an hour around that corner. Board rider sitting quite far back over that corner of the board, but the floor opening up, and it looks like able to ride over the front quite well. A round of applause for the team of Send It Siblings with a time of 53.35 seconds with a clear round, no penalties to add. That's it's a good tell. That horse has obviously got a lot more in it. question is this ground. It is really rocky. When we were building it up yesterday, walking around, it was just like constantly trying to break your ankle. And these guys are having to ride boards on it now. And this is the first speed as they went down. So next team, it is the team of 3 and 2. These guys also leading the Elite Championship. It is Ryan Roberts on the board.
How did rehearsals go yesterday?
Oh God! Tom, I warmed up both horses yesterday.
I got asked, do you want to practice? And I was like, nope. Because the arena is so bumpy. I was like, I'm just going to save it.
I gave it a vocal experiment. I was holding a note, C's and D's all the way around. All you could hear was my voice going. It was worse in certain areas, which you almost can't believe that it could get worse. As you kind of across the course. Actually, why am I telling you
I mean, how would you describe the arena as the surface for this show?
Yes, it's unlike any that we've raced in a long time.
Is it like a vibration plate when they send cars down those lines to see if they fall apart?
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to have my bushings in my trucks completely worn by the end of this competition. I have to order up some new ones because they don't last the best of time anyway, and out there will be a test of the equipment. Might have to let them out my tyres. I always ride with hard tyres, and after doing that practice yesterday, I really think it might aid me just to take a bit of the shock out.
I can go as bit hard as I can.
You crack on, mate. Yeah, I've already tasted hard. Yeah. I don't want to. I'd much rather soft.
Sorry about the pistol, but on the horse is Emma Granger. She is been in the sport for a long time, a little bit of a break last year or so, but the regular rider for this team couldn't make it, so the call went out and Emma answered it.
How do you think the new combination of teams going to fare up against Just Wing It and Just Drag?
You can but see we're here to race, but we're gonna take a back seat on the destruction until Emma kind of gets a feel for the ground a bit and gets her foot in. She hasn't done horseboarding or racing for such a long time, and just to beat Just Drag, really, that's all we want to do.
And the ground's pretty hard, so you don't want to go nailing it with the horses anyway to start with. Which is, if the ground was actually like nice, then that would be slightly different.
You have to go fast enough to get over the bump, so the faster the better on this sort of ground. And it's we'll see.
She comes from training race horses, and she's also one of the few horse riders to qualify as a elite boarder as well, and she was the first girl ever to do that. Going for the speed trap, 20 miles an hour. I mean, this would be quite a big thing, having not been in the ring for a few years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's great to see Emma back as well. And Amy, when she was not able to race this weekend, there's only really one name in her mind when she said, who's going to come in and ride Sally? It's got to be Emma. And Emma actually competing on the horse in the elite category, but actually our first female elite board rider as well.
Yeah, and looks like it's all coming back easily for her through the night. It's a split time, 36 seconds on the split. So just off the pace of where the last team sent its siblings, who were an advanced team. But now we're looking for the 3-pound week. And you've got to, with this team, you've got to have a little bit of time just to get used to it. I mean, you can't just throw the horse.
From a horse riding perspective, as somebody who rides myself, just seeing that made it look so easy, and the gentle leg on the horses, and the thing that's constantly feeling
24 miles an hour to make this final. Really working hard, Emma, and looks like she's enjoying it. It's all there. It's all fucking down. It's all the finish line. All kind of 78-07. And but in fact, they're going in first place. They will use the 78-07. They are holding the bonus point, as is Senator Siblings. The bonus point is awarded to the fastest team from the first 2 rotations. And the thing is, they have to defend that bonus point in the 3rd rotation. Now, we'll explain a bit more about that, but here goes the team of Cone But Not Forgotten. Now, these guys, this is their second competition. The first competition was at Burley House a few weeks back. curve. The boarder is riding is a Frankenstein concoction, put together, built out of two boards, neither of which were that great. And he's going to test that board now on this ground because as you can see it's starting to bobble around. They are brother and sister-in-law, 13 miles an hour, and you know, these guys saw it the first time last year and wanted to get involved.
Yeah, they picked up 25 points in Burley, and so that was their first competition. Already down, this is shaping up to be one of my favourite horses. I mean, look at Charlie, and ridden so well by Catherine, and just, he's being sold round, and that's what a new horse to the sport needs. It's exactly what they need here, because it's about building confidence.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is a big part of the sport, is the horses, making sure the horses are okay. Can I just ask for people not to climb on the fence, please? It's not a climbing framework, and if you also, as well, whilst we're at it, if you do see a board rider coming towards you, they can be doing speeds in excess of 25 miles an hour, up to 30 miles an hour, and yeah, they don't have any brakes, so step back from the fence. Allow the fence to work. Also, don't stick anything through the fence that you want to keep, like a foot or an arm or a leg, because the board rider can take that with them as they pass. Through the finish line with a time of 75.898. Great run, guys, because that's they took 3 attempts in their first heat to get a completed run, and I thought this ground was really going to challenge that board rider, but he's actually done a great job. Okay, so, forgotten, 75.98, 22 seconds behind Senate Siblings Lee. Now we have the team on all the gear, no idea. It is Lee on the horse is Hope here, and that is the sign of a dodgy clutch right there. So you go through the gears on this powerhouse of a pony, 13 miles an hour. It's Dahoos is on the board and making their way around.
And they picked up 27 points in Burley, which was good for a 4th place finish out of 5. And again, this is a team that they are just kind of growing in confidence every competition, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, these guys they're here for the fun of it. You know, the competition between the horse. They don't really have the horse that those guys really race on. This horse has been a staple part. Big bit of work there for the board rider. Very, very shaky there. Can he now make this turn? He's waving. I don't know if there's a fly in his helmet or something. Maybe there's a wasp in his helmet, or he's trying to give signals to the horse rider to steady it up. 12 miles an hour now, making their way around. And this ground is going to be very forgiving when the board riders do start falling, which was inevitable to happen for the finish line with a time of
68.40 down.
It's a great run. Round applause for the team of All Gear, No Idea. So, good for the work there. And it's interesting how the things with this ground as well, it really takes it out of your legs. It's like standing on a pressure plate at the gym and doing squats. It's like thousands of reps. These things are shaking the fibers of your muscles apart. Some of these guys, you'll notice Ryan Lucas has got palms of Hercules. And this is a team of Pull a Fast One.
I'm Thomas Chen, and we're Pull a Fast One.
And Sue Scott, rider.
And Sue Scott on the horse. The horse is Splash, and Thomas Gent on the board. And Tom doesn't seem to be struggling too much with the track, 14 miles an hour.
And this is a team that grows into their competitions. Their actual fastest time in round 3, that came in the final rotation on the final day. So expect this team over the course of 2 days to get faster and faster, Dan.
Oh no, absolutely. And there's a head-to-head competition between this team and Happy Little Accident, who are in the pits right now. These guys were fighting it out at the last event, and it's going to be. But you know, also this ground, you've got to be aware of what it's going to do to your horse. This opening rotation of races, ladies and gentlemen, is like two boxers coming out and having a bit of a sparring session. It's just about getting a feel for where they think they can go fast and where they think where they need to be careful.
Man, there's no substitute for time in the ring, and this is what these guys are getting now, and just the time it takes. If you're around here and you're watching, you're thinking, how can I get involved? How can I try this? I've got a horse at home, I've got a crazy friend with a skateboard. How can we get into this sport? Then come and see us, speak to us.
Yeah, throttle open there at the end. Good to see Splash stretching out with a 67.95. 67.95 takes or pull a fast one into second place. How did you find the ground? Was there anything?
I felt it was very like vibrating. I felt I was like getting pins and needles in my feet.
Currently pushing all the gear down into third place. 0.45 seconds separates all the gear and pull a fast one. Sender's siblings are a good 14 seconds ahead of pull a fast one. But now now we have top and tails. Emma Granger again filling in the saddle for Amy Richards of Team Richards, who unfortunately couldn't make it this weekend, but not wanting to let the championship get away from her, she found a replacement rider. This is Little Indy. Indy's a 14-2X showing pony and an absolute missile of this game. Now, obviously, this is going to be a little bit about Indy and Emma getting on speaking terms. They didn't have a ride yesterday, but speed trap 22 miles an hour, looking very positive. Emma has competed with this horse before, so really there's a lot of confidence in that.
It's got a great set of gears, this horse. Only small, but got a mighty, massive heart. I love the livery as well. The orange looks fantastic in the sunshine.
Yeah, and you can't tell she's a little horse. She thinks she's 17 hands as she comes around now. Board rider Tom Kilroy, through the 2022 team champion, through the split time at 34 to 35 seconds on the split, making their way now towards Bruco Martin Group's corner, 14 miles an hour. Now they're going to quarter the arena, head down the centre line, horse one side.
The wind is coming up. Watch these legs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say people do it.
Lovely slip through that like they were water passing by once. Absolutely great run. Now it's time for Santa there. Opening up, making their way towards the speed trap. 24, 25 miles an hour, still accelerating. We must be feeling confident on this ground. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start calling them home for the finish line. A winning time of 73.94. It's a great run. And with that, Top and Tail going to first place, taking the bonus point away from Blues and Twos, their other team. Now, the Team Rush have not yet raced. Team Rush is made up of Just Wing It and Just Drag. And these two teams kind of be small teams, if you like, in a head-to-head battle for the championship. And they work a bit like Formula 1 teams, that they will back each other up to try and help save the bonus points. Now we have Happy Little Accidents.
I'm Georgina Scott from Happy Little Accidents.
And I'm Warren Child, I'm the board rider for Happy Little Accidents.
So, yeah, this is the team that is in a head-to-head with Courtney Fast One. The fast one is 67.95. That's the time that this team will be looking to beat.
They were joint second early as well, so I think, like I say, just in the front fight down with that other team to try and get, and this is. I love the lime green trimmed with orange as well. I'm loving some of the setups as well. The sport's just developed so far since we were in a field in Hertfordshire years ago.
When helmets were optional. 17 miles an hour. So there were only options, we didn't have enough of them. And we used to swap boards around with everybody.
And this is our own stallion as well. I want to say a bit about Goose. So if you think about Goose, think about either the fighter pilot that died in the 80s, or this fantastic stallion, our only stallion, and really well behaved as well, Dan.
Yeah, he's very well behaved. He's a telltale paddle horse with 39 seconds on the split. Now making their way over towards the speed trap, and we are 45 seconds in. The 67 is the one they're trying to beat through Bruco corner.
And their highest finish in E3 was second out of 5, and they're searching for something to find a few seconds. They need to find, from last time out, round 3, they need to find about 5 seconds to catch Send It Siblings.
So, ladies and gentlemen, 57.72. Happy Little Accidents go into second place. Only 4.13 seconds. Only 4.37 seconds behind Send It Siblings. That's a great run. And Goose didn't look to be pushing too hard. The board rider didn't look overly challenged. Send It Siblings are going to have to have a little think about that. Send It Siblings got a lot more in the tank, but let's go to the elites. It is Just Brag. Emily Gray on the horse and Sean on the board. Now, these guys trained yesterday in the arena, and I watched this board. Now, a very important point here. Sean is right, his new knuckle tyres just give him acres and acres of grip. He's been working at the grid of potentially a wet tyre, 21 miles an hour, but he's really forcing the ball around the corner.
It's an interesting choice on his own tyres, and the conditions make such a difference. I think we had 2 rotations called off. I think it was 2 or 30 for lightning and bad weather. And today it could be further from that. Nearly, not quite clear skies, but great weather for Horseboarding.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he can't make the board. He has to look how hard he has to lean off the board and push it around the corner. I mean, I love these sorts of tyres, I'm out for more grip, but it's sliding nicely on the grass. Might be a good choice if they play around that corner now.
And it could be a difference as well, because what feels like a favours a little stance, like working on the ground. It's look out for the weeks sort of that.
Yeah, horse one side, horse right the other side. See the board rider dropping back to the back of the handle, trying to get the horse as much room as possible. Got a bit of slack, you want to look out for that, but he's staying with it. All boards,
he's going to control that whip as well, where that slack comes and goes. And there's really no pressure on the horse. People look at this and they think, how's that for the horse coming through there to come through that speed track? Here we go.
Throttle building on now, making the way towards the speed track, 22 miles an hour, and accelerating. Ladies and gentlemen, time start going on. Can you keep that ball? Anything for the finish line, and a gentle pressure from the horse rider. Great bit of work there from team Just Brag from the Rush Stables, and that is a time of 82.01. That means they're only 3.94 seconds behind Lead 2, they're only 4.13 seconds behind Top Tails. So Top Tails seem to be having the advantage now. Tom Gilroy, who is racing on Top Tails, is also racing for Just Wing It. But he's racing for both stables. This is happening because of Just Wing It. Board rider unfortunately can't make it. So Tom stepped in.
You approach a heat when you're racing for 2 teams.
Hold on and see which team wins, basically.
And he's got a history of racing with Annette.
At the last event you went through quite a journey, it looked like, as a team. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I've been quite nervous recently. I took a fall end of last season and that knocked my confidence, so I haven't really pushed him at all. And I got a little bit of a confidence boost thanks to Tom, and sort of broke through that wall, and now we're ready to race.
Oh, but what the teams that you're matching up against is obviously with Emma Granger. She's got a great history in the sport, but she hasn't raced for a few years. She is the right person to bring in to ride these horses, but she's going to need a bit of time to get to speed, I guess, and that's your opportunity. Is that the opportunity you're looking to take?
I'm just here for fun.
Okay, well, on that bombshell,
is one for Harry, one of my favourite ponies. He came on this team raced in Prague, won the first evening. Harry last year just had such an exemplary introduction to the sport, and you can see he's quite keen. Looks like the oats have been had, and you can see this, he is an absolute slab of muscle. And when you let this horse has done 33 miles an hour. Annette's here and running. She's here to race, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, 25 miles an hour now pay close attention because this is going to be some serious boarding. As the horse now works through the red back corner, which is stretching out across the diagonal. I love how honest this horse is. As a joust for yourself, doesn't that look every bit of joust at all to you?
I love the joust, I love that. To be honest, you just want something that's got the action.
And Logan, unfortunately, he hit a rut there. I hope he's alright. He hit the rut, the board flipped out towards it, and then the rut gave, and then he got hit by the handle, and it just launched it.
How did rehearsals go yesterday?
Oh God! Tom, I warmed up both horses yesterday.
I got asked, do you want to practice? And I was like, nope. Because the arena is so bumpy. I was like, I'm just going to save it.
He was saying at the last event that he was on one particular corner and the handle got pulled out of his hand so quick, so powerful is that horse that you don't even feel your hand open up.
Yeah, and I think it's the short-coupled nature of the horse as well, and it's obviously got a strong back end and good acceleration, and it's gonna catch you, and your board's digging in. You've almost got no chance. It's very difficult to catch that back.
About your first race?
Well, I was going to use my tactic that I hadn't told anyone about. But
which we don't know. Are you prepared to tell us?
You didn't need to know, you just needed to hold on.
Yeah, okay. So you had a game plan. What was your motivation and thoughts going into that?
She literally said to me before we went out, she went, right, I'm going to do 24 on the speed track. You got 25, so
yeah,
she's pretty good at guessing that. It was really smooth. I got my line wrong going into the chicane, and then as I came out the chicane, I tried to put it into a slide, and then there was this like moment of slack in the road, and it hit me and just sent me off. I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, we watched the video back in slow motion, and you can just see you're completely, well, you're just not behind us at all. You're like over there somewhere and not.
If you hang into that as well, imagine if you can hold on to it, it's just going to launch you.
You're going through the air, aren't you? And this team as well, they only had one did not finish in rotation treatment Heat 1 in Burley. So actually, I think they'll be having a chat when they get back to the
paddock about
pressure. Having a process and maybe we just received notification that all the gear and no idea have retired from Heat 1. So we'll find out a bit about that. When we get that video,
yeah. So here we go. This is second series, 23 miles an hour now. They put the pace up, they felt the pressure of having the direction, squeezing down their neck, and now they're starting to push the limit. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. The races get faster and faster through speech double gate corner and into the chicane. You can see the board rider working now. This is the corner that called Tom was on his foot forward, so the board rider sitting behind him doing quite well on it. Hopefully this is going to push down forward, sliding nicely through the nice degree sprint time for about 34 seconds.
He's learning that slide, isn't he? He's really kind of progressing his board riding now.
Yeah, 18 miles an hour now, ladies and gentlemen, start pouring them home for the finish line with a time of 48.01. They extend their lead massively. They're going from, and now they have a 9.71 second lead. A round of applause for second series.
Well written by the fence today. He was absolutely concentrating on that 5 seconds, and they're just taking it another 5 seconds away from happy little accidents. So they're going to need to go faster.
So here we go. This is now Blues and Twos currently in the table. Currently in second place, 4.12 seconds. So now, Blues and Twos, Top and Tails have the bonus point from the first rotation. That's pretty much locked in until the third. Board rider struggling a little bit. He did something there. He did not make the board nice and quiet. He was faster, which is on the outside of the course. And this is what a lot of the board riders refer to as a sweet spot. The moment where the centrifugal force of the turn can make you light on the horse, and if you ride it just right on your tyres. Now this is where the corner could come out again, right on the toe side on that turn as opposed to the wheel side with someone. Now going into the switch time, brave one, big 1 second, a bit wide, a lot of slipping. This grass is becoming very slippy now, heading for the speed trap at 17 miles an hour and ready for the speed down.
And actually you can see as that grass lays down and the sap comes out of the grass, it just makes it a little bit greasy out there now.
Perfect. And through the weed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they want to get the fastest time because if they can lock the other teams out of getting anywhere near these bonus points, that's exactly what they want to do. The ball is up for 27, 28 miles an hour. The Warwick will going to break on there, but get right to one for the home. Ladies and gentlemen, for the finish line, what a great run. 69.04 seconds for the team of Blues and Twos, and that takes them into first place in the heat, and it also means they get the bonus point in the rotation. So, if for them to lose, that means that Emma has made a perfect run in their first couple of races, first 3 races. She's got one team with a bonus point, she's got both teams now with bonus points. The only way they can lose those bonus points is if another team beats 69.04 or wins the heat in their last rotation. Here we go, it's current but not forgotten. Currently in 5th place, 75.98. And it's been a lot of development, and as you say, Ken, the time being taken over the horse.
Yeah, and that's what I like to see, because it's too, there's too much of a temptation to rush a horse into the sport, and if you do that, you just then have to unpick it later on, and it's about making sure that the horse has a fantastic experience. And one of the things I wanted to just say for those that are watching is around the pressure that goes through that harness, that goes to the rider. We had that tested by Bess. They were very, very comfortable, and the pressure on the horse is very like that.
I mean, the pressure is so on the horse that when the board rider, when they lose the board rider, the horse riders have no idea. Often is the case. And also as well, you can pull a man on a board with one arm, and I'm not that strong. These guys can pull this very, the horses pull it very easily. And most of the time there's more risk of the board rider having his shoulder pulled out of the socket than there is the horse feeling the board rider on the road. Making a nice steady run, exactly what you're talking about. In that you need to bring the biggest problem that you have in the sport is that when horses start doing this, they get to enjoy it, and they start to understand they're going to run, and it kind of what we call it comes to the horse, and you have to spend a lot of time keeping the horse on. The Blues and Twos horse, for example, spent 18 months in the steady run before they started letting that horse run out, and now look at the way it runs, even with its non-usual rider. Ladies and gentlemen, a great finish again for the team of Cone but not forgotten, and a real bit of confidence building up in that team. With a time of 77.14 seconds and a clear run. That's an improvement of their previous time, is it? No, slightly slower. So here we go, it is the team of Pull a Fast One in the head-to-head with Happy Little Accident. Now, however, they are 10 seconds behind Happy Little Accident after the first rotation. 18 miles an hour this time, and let's see how this goes. I know there's been quite a bit of talk with the Happy Little Accident team about building up fitness for their horse in the last event, and I imagine that the same can be said for Splash and Scott in the saddle. Splash has raced in the league very, very briefly, but unfortunately, border down and release. And that same corner took out the same 2 board riders, both on the heel turn.
You made your way up to the chicane, and what happened?
I really don't know.
Complete it.
Didn't finish the chicane. I was obviously on a heel turn. I think I was in the wrong line.
Yeah, because I think I'd gone centre.
Yeah, and I was a bit too close, and I hadn't really straightened up before you accelerated. But it was a bit my fault. I should have been a bit. It's a bit both my fault.
Is there anything specific that you can identify that would be the issue?
It comes up really fast. I think you're concentrating on the last gate, and then suddenly you're almost doing a right hand.
Right.
You know.
I think it was a bit slippery.
Very fast,
like on the
right angle.
After we've been over it a few times, it got a bit slippery as well. I found.
Did that help it or make it worse?
Make it worse, unless you was expecting it.
Right.
Like the first time, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting it to be grippy like the first time.
Right.
Like so, the second time I was expecting it to be grippy, but it wasn't, and then I fell over.
Right.
And I have the bad tendency of coming out of an element and then going, yes, I'm going to go, and I forget that he's got like 6 foot behind me or something. So it's going, oh, we're going that way. So.
But I just think it's like so much in your head. Like if you think before you go into a corner, I'm not sure, then you're definitely going to fall over. If you think before you get to the corner, this is going to be awesome, I'm going to smash it, then you do.
spot that, and that would be something, that's a conversation back in the pit area, I think.
You could end up finding out that I'm wrong, but
put that down.
And when we say a heel side or toe side turn, so you see the way that Tom now.
So what is he now then?
He's on a heel side turn because he's turning to his heels as the horse is going around to the left. What means that some board riders have a right foot forward, some board riders have a left foot forward. So some turns are heel and some turns are toe, depending on which way you go around the course, which is why you go two different courses. Doubletail's currently in second place, 23 miles an hour, and it's Tom Gilroy on the horse now. This is Little, I was saying about Little in the edge showing pony, a great, it's been such a stable part of the sport for so long.
Look at that hovering cancer as well from Emma Granger. That's all the credentials of a racehorse trainer there. She knows how to just sit in perfect balance with Indy. And Indy is super balanced going around this course today.
And lovely to see Emma really...
she's had her time penalty there. Just touched that gate and we lost the ball on top there.
1 second down, she's at 50 miles an hour, and now coming up the centre line towards one side. This is Indy's like special super bit. These guys can go look at the speed of... That was not a good crash.
Somebody check that code.
So Emma's doing a great job riding, and I've just struggled a bit to gauge how fast we're actually going to go through it. And as I cut in on the middle cone, my back tyre just touched the cone, and I asked to turn, and we didn't turn, and we just went straight into the cone. I took on a cone and I lost. It just picked me up and put me in the ground onto my hip. Probably in the top 3 biggest impacts I've had. I didn't get out my board straight away kind of impact.
Big round of applause for Tom Gilroy as he unharnesses from his board and he is off.
So we could have the paramedics have a look at him when he gets back to the pits, just to give him a quick check over. They are normally around the arena. I haven't actually spotted them. Oh, they're in the corner by the ice cream van. There they go, waving him over. Thanks, guys. I mean, it's a real confidence to know that we've got them always in the ring watching.
We're going to need some magic spray for Tom. That's all we're going to need. And we're going to need a little bit of,
a bit of magic spray and a sponge.
And a sponge, yeah. Maybe it's like throwing back on your board now.
Yeah, now just imagine that Just Wing It will be looking back to check to make she's not happy. You see, check to see if that board rider who hasn't even got a time down for it yet, and is already under the being checked over by the paramedics.
I thought we were done. I just saw it. I could see it. It was like happening in slow motion, and I was like, oh. There it goes. There goes the weekend. Already.
Done really well. Now, their last event, I have to say, they opened each week with a really good race, but then the wheel started falling off, you know what I mean? But there you go, the throttle is open, and they're finding their limits of what they can do. 19 miles an hour, matching their personal best in their speed. So making a way now for the Horseboarding UK title. Georgina Scott on the horse has done some trick riding and has worked in the film industry as well with horses. Our paths never quite crossed. We found out we were working on other jobs at the same time. And through the chicane, and so far are looking pretty good now. Again, it's heel side turn. It's down and release.
Okay, don't go heel side. That's the message.
You can't not go. Because you ride either left foot or right foot forward,
So why the heel side causing that problem then?
I think it was the line more than anything, wasn't it? Because when we came out of the chicane, it was a case of, when I came off, I think I thought we were riding a slightly tighter line, and then Goose and yourself drifted out, and then all of a sudden I was on heel side and the horse was in front, and it just pulled me over onto my toes, and it was game over. So
yeah, if you visit the website horseboardinguk.org, you can find that. But also we have some, you can get your harnesses from the website there, and the boards, and also there are training videos on YouTube. We do sporadically run training events. Of course we have enough interest and enough people, and we have the time. So at the moment what we're saying is watch our training videos, the lectures if you like, about the best way of introducing your horse. And get your harness, and
is that the horses that we can watch the lecture first?
Yeah.
followed by here we go. This is a runner of the horse, and it is just 27 miles an hour in that corner. Quite away, he's getting a little bit bent out of shape, but this is see what how they get across. Look at the riding there from Annalie as he came across the diagonal. Just a nice little bit of pressure. The horse and the rider now are really getting in together. How much pressure? Now he's on the heel side again. He's going to try and go. Whoa! Nice. This should not. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the team of Just Drag. And if we get a report in the commentary box, what is going on with the course in that corner, that would be great, but it's obviously just, there's something there which is just taking the board riders out.
Your second run, you obviously came up with a bit more intention than your first, and obviously not comparing tactics, but a bit more intention at first. How did that go?
Awful out of the chicane, really.
Okay.
I mean, no, it was more the like we were starting to pick up the pace, and then coming out of the chicane, I was lifting up with my front foot, and then basically I was trying to then turn that out of the chicane really hard, but then basically the back two wheels of the truck just slide out from underneath me, and then basically.
And you think you put that down to the grass being juicy?
I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the thing because the ground is really hard underneath. But then, as you say, because the grass is quite long and it's got a bit of moisture to it, it's actually making the track quite slippery.
Yeah.
What's going on? How are we going to go differently? We just had confirmation actually, Dan, that spank that Tom took, Tom and Tails have retired now. So Tom is back. Tom Tails has retired, but Tom is back out with the team of Just Wing It, and wanted to honour his commitment to his team to make sure that these teams do get a time. And if you are got any boarding experience at all, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you a chance. We're always looking for board riders. It's going to be the extra of the shape. So Tom's going to be looking to learn from that. And there's going to be a conversation had around just trying to look after me a little bit around this course today. Yeah, and I don't know what happened on that third turn. It'd be interesting to talk about that in the interviews between the heats. Now coming into the thing. Okay, so this is the toe side turn, not the heel side, that's previously said. Board rider working safely through as well, not messing about. Horse, a little bit confused and saying, why can't we go faster? But, you know, the horses have to learn they've got to have the board rider with them. And I've seen horses get annoyed when the board rider falls off those 15 miles an hour. For the centre line now. Here we go. Now Cone and Thomas have met before, and the Cone won. Can Tom get past there? Here we go. Next looked after him there, Dan. She has looked after him, really has. Okay, so 1 lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. Just Wing It. 2 minutes time. Horse rider looking back for the board rider to give it a few now. Fast 24 miles an hour. This is a conservative run. They've got the time down, and the board rider now making their way towards the finish line. A great run. We're down 76.25. Puts them at 76.25. It's Just Wing It on in third place, ladies and gentlemen. 2.31 seconds from second and 7 seconds from first. A round of applause there for Just Wing It. Going to the third rotation, we have 2 teams, all being no idea, and Top and Tails have retired. And you can see now this team really flying down this arena. It's at 26 miles an hour. And this is the fastest they've done it, and they're retiring from the run. They've just done a speed track run, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a personal best for the team. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for I've not seen that before, but the head's just sort of in the back of my neck. What's that all about? I've never seen a team just come out, the fastest speed track and retired from that rotation. Yeah, because they've got the bonus point, they've got the fastest time in both rotations, so there's nothing else to race for. Let's just go for a speed track. Why risk the horse? Why risk the rider? Absolutely fantastic from the fencer. They've got a game plan down. I love to see this. And they're taking a blitz there, and Sunrise is connected. They can have there is a 2-minute time limit, but it's not always engaged straight away. It depends on the horse that the horse got messing around. But down the opening straight. And currently in third place, 21 miles an hour. I mean, and it's going to be a credit to the whole team. If you manage to win this, you know we're
expected Emma really to come in and win the first heat. You would have expected her to not be doing for a couple of years. You'd be like, okay, take a second first one, and then build up over the weekend. I would have thought you would have done. It's just that the pressure of the 44 points that were picked up out of early, and maybe Richards, so there's only one name that comes to mind, and it was our Emma. Yeah, 34 seconds on the split, making their way over there towards the speed trap once again. Ryan Roberts on the board, 15 miles an hour. Ryan will make in the world, going for the weekend with Grove coming off, Horseboarding short up, and now it's got back, it's a little bit tricky there, the ball seems to snake away, oh, he's got a bit of trouble there with that ball. It almost looks as if there's something not quite wrong with it, tries to ball strips underneath it, and again, there goes again, twitching and twitching. Is there something, I would suggest there's something that's happening there, whether it's a trouble or something before the finish line. And we're going 73-33. A round of applause for Blues and Twos, their second fastest time of the day, and they currently stand with a bonus point. There's 2 more teams to run in that category.
And actually, a skateboard, there's a fundamental difference with the trucks that are used in a mountain board for horseboarding versus skateboard.
Yeah, there's different suspension and steering, as some board riders would say.
I just want a round of applause as this team starts their run, please. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our next team, Cone but not forgotten.
Yeah, second competition for them. So again, if you're interested in getting involved, you can get the harnesses off the website. These guys are going to all the work, watch the videos, got their horse ready, and then everybody has to do an assessment before you can compete. But this team, like every other team here, first saw horseboarding on the other side of the crash barrier fence, and they were brave enough to join this motley crew of righty dolls on our national and European tours. Like I say, we've been all over Europe as well, and the opportunities are endless.
Definitely the time there at 45 seconds. So far, on the table, we can bring the table up for you on the advanced, because this is an advanced team down.
Yeah, so in the short term, the best time so far is their first at 75.98. 12 miles an hour. At this point, again, like we said, it's about looking after the horses, like gently building the ground that makes the three get to the point where the 3 brains are working as one. Ladies and gentlemen, for the finish line, and I will agree, 72-55, fastest time so far. A round of applause for Cone but not forgotten. I mean, look, you've got ex-showing ponies, you've got traditional bits of cobs, you've got ex-race horses, you've got sport horses, you know, and we've had every horse do it over time, everything from Shetlands to Shires. But the Shires do make the arena look a bit small, but other than that, everybody is welcome through the start line. It is the team on Pull Up Fast One, currently sitting in 3rd place. They've got a 10.23 second hill to climb, and it's a faster though, Dan.
Yeah, everyone seconds through the track as they come around that red back fence and head across the arena.
Over 21 miles an hour, that means that's 2 miles an hour up on happy little accidents, on what they've been able to pull off at all yet. So if they can keep this pace now, you see the throttle coming off now, making sure they're going to get this turn right. Tom's handle is a little long for this turn, maybe, and sitting right back behind it. You see they're taking a lot, they want to make sure that the ball's okay.
I love to see that. That's good. Hopefully them as a rapid player for the ball rider.
37 seconds on the split. I mean, the communication between the 3 elements, horse rider and ball rider, is essential. 16 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen, call them home. The horse flash. It is Sue Scott and Thomas Gent on the board for the finish line, and with a time of 44.89, they jump into 2nd place. A round of applause, and they push Happy Little Accidents down. Happy Little Accidents now have a 2.83 second hill to climb, and Paul Battle will be very happy with that. And this is where we see the battle with the 2 teams.
Yeah, it's a non-fight down, it really is.
Okay, so Happy Little Accidents now entering the arena. They were in 2nd place. They just lost a position to the previous team. They are 2.83 seconds behind now. So they've got to improve everything that they've done and finding the next between 8 seconds in the track. These are the sort of races I love, because they only end in 1 or 2 ways, ladies and gentlemen, and only one of those is across the finish line. So here we go, we are away through the Free Speed Union corner down towards the speed trap at 18, 19 miles an hour, matching their top speed, but pull fast on at 21. So can they find the speed outside the track?
And it's not, you've got to remember, it's not just all about a straight line speed, it's about a corner speed.
And remember, pull fast one slowed down a lot in the chicane, so can Happy Little Accidents maintain a bit more of a pace to get through there? I would say they are at the moment, but can he make this turn, which has taken so many borders out so far today? And nice, looking good. What's the split time? This is going to be a crucial split time. For the split, it was 38 seconds, probably half a second behind Paul Facton at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start calling them home. 13 miles an hour. All the guys are racing out here. The driver needs to open up, and that board rider stay with it as the tail lifts on the pony for the finish line. Through the finish line, 55-28. Ladies and gentlemen, they stay in third place. A round of applause for the team of Happy Little Accidents. The difference, however, between third place, Happy Little Accidents, and second place, Paul Baston, is a whopping 0.39 of a second.
Been the battle of 0.3, hasn't it? This the last 6 heats.
Baseball caps with 0.3 on them.
Yeah, exactly. 0.39 of a second is the time separating Paul Baston and Happy Little Accidents. That team, I'm going to enjoy watching those 2 teams develop into the elite class as they go in the future. Now we have just drag.
They didn't finish last time on the second rotation, so it's nice to see them back now. They take over now in the pointy box to our elite table, so we can see how they're standing wider.
And just drag is one of the fastest runs we've seen of them. They're getting really nice lot of confidence, but unfortunately the ball was taken out by the serious lump in the corner again this chicane. 25 miles an hour around that side, and good steady pressure being put on, the throttle generally being let out. The horse and rider really seems to have gelled in a way that I've not really seen them gel in previous races, but they're definitely coming into play here. Now, let's see this corner. Again, I'd say the horse rider needs to go wide. They looked after it, it's a 1 second penalty to add. Going for the split time at 34 seconds on the split. I mean, big crash. Round of applause, make sure he's alright. That was a heel tap, and impact on the wrist and on the back of the head by the look of it.
And then Sean makes us go back to the pits and just get ready. Just a word about what the audience could do with the photos, because what we want to see is we want to see your photos shared with us on social media sites.
Okay, and so it's just wing it, and the track being played for them is the winning track from the first night in Prague. At the O2 Arena in front of 13,500 people. And so, here we go for the start line. Harry, one for Harry, is away. Look at the throttle when he gets this go. Let's have a throttle. It is 27 miles an hour. Oh my word, I know the difference is going to be my brother at the end of the day. And they come across the and it's really going to work. Look how smooth this is going. This is really nice and smooth. Going into the chicane now. This is they've got to take care on this corner. They've got to take care on this corner. Oh, it's the foul side I was worried about. Big turn there. Horse will go a little bit wide. Ball just made it by that cone. Coming into this speed up to 18 miles an hour. Looking for this second line. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a really good. That third one has an eye on top all the way as it goes through. And it's really big window, really big hit, really put him off the front of the board, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to start pulling this out, 54 seconds on the split. There's more. The points. The teams that didn't have the bonus points are now pushed down into third. Second and third. So we'll have the. We'll go through the table. First in fifth place is Cones but Not Forgotten. In fourth place is All the Gear, No Idea. In third place, Happy Little Accidents, only 0.39 seconds behind Pull a Fast One. And in first place is Send It Siblings with the bonus point and the new personal best of 26 miles an hour. Then in Just Right in fourth. Trumpet Tales in second, in third, Blues and Twos in second, and Just Winging in first. No bonus points have survived the table. I've seen a bonus point on that, so a great bit of work there. You can do all the work you want to do in the first two rotations, but if you can get through in the third, then it's all for nothing. And round, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for a great evening. Round of applause to all the teams of Horseboarding in the UK.
So then we come to your third run. It's all the chips are on the table. It's all on this particular do or die run.
I just said go for it.
So what was your thinking other than you just wanted to?
Well, I just like the song come on. I was like, okay.
Okay, and so it is Just Wing It, and the track being played for them is the winning track from the first night in Prague. At the O2 Arena in front of 13,500 people.
Okay. Here we go. But it didn't feel fast. He's just such a cool horse. But with him, he's just so easy. He's so smooth, and like I know if I say to you like, oh, 24, I know he's going to hold that all the way around, where it's not on off on off, which is where you'll get your time.
Really consistent as you go around. I didn't feel as much of the pull today. I think maybe at Burley with the undulation in the ground, that wasn't helping. But yeah, he felt so smooth coming around. There's some weird lines on this course for sure, and it's so slidey. The second you ask the board the second you push that slide, it's there. But that run was, I didn't expect to be that fast.
And no, neither did I, because I slowed off, and as we came out the weave, I took the speed off, and I was waiting for you to shout at me. I didn't hear anything, so I'm just bumbling along, waiting for you to shout. But then, of course, you don't talk. So.
I could see you were looking back towards him as well, trying to get a signal.
Gave you that.
Well, I didn't see that.
Go, go, go!
So you weren't racing. Were you racing to win the heat on that run? Is that what you went out there to do?
Well, it would have been nice, but it didn't feel like a winning run.
Right.
By any account. But his weave is getting amazing. He's getting so much stronger with it. At that last weave, he was just in and out and just did whatever I asked him to do. But yeah, definitely didn't feel like it was going to be a winner.
What's your play for this afternoon? What are you? Any thoughts? You're not going to.
Same. I think same again with the building, because the ground could possibly be completely different when we go out there. Try not to fall off, obviously, in the same places, but do that. But speaking to Ryan from Blues and Twos, and they were saying, we could have gone faster, but we didn't think we needed to. So we'll see what happens there, but we know we've got a 67 in the bag now. So
yeah, and it's. I mean, I think Emma was maybe a little bit nervous beforehand, but she looked right back in it. Do you know what I mean? When it was every time she come past, she looked completely in control, completely enjoying it, and so I think that was her warm-up heat, I imagine, and I think the same for you guys. So. I think this is going to develop into quite a fight this weekend.
Yeah.
It's nice to be competitive again.